Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So did you guys see this? You can buy a swanky Couture reserve home in Dubai using XRP. This coming from the Wrath of Kahneman here on Twitter. I didn't see this. He posted the fact sheet here. It sounds like this is a living community, some kind of condo development or some kind of living community here. Check this out. That's swanky. Some of these photos here really depict the elegance and class of this particular establishment here. Check out just, some of the pictures, some of the amenities here. You got sports, gym, CrossFit, tennis, football. So, they're going high end here. 18 plus roof pool, family and kids pool, ladies pool, sauna, spa. So, looks like all the bells and whistles. And I think down here, there's even some floor plans. Let me just go to the side here just to give you guys a sense. So these are some of the facilities here. We got yoga, all kinds of different, meditation and massage facilities. And the floor plans here, so ground floor, first floor, second floor, roof deck. And over here, this is the 5-bedroom Couture Reserve 5-bedroom suite. Total square footage right over here, 9,500 square feet of space. And guys, check this out down here. If you look right near the bottom of this, payment in cryptocurrency. Couture Reserve offers buyers the option of buying their property in cryptocurrency. And here is a list of some of the cryptos, including Ripple XRP. So this property can be yours for the low price of, I do not know what the price is, and I don't think it's even listed in this document here, but I will link this in the description of the video if you guys are interested in maybe purchasing a home in Dubai with your XRP once XRP does in fact go to the moon. And how is it going to go to the moon? Well, a multitude of different factors here. Luckily, we've got people working on it. Vitsvin here posting this. So this was originally posted in response to a tweet about development and XRPL development specifically. Vitsvin just let us in on a little something here. Lots of active repos and several organizations and individuals. So he's specifically talking about, I think, his project here through XRPL Labs. And he did write down here, he actually mentioned at least 100 more if it is about doing something on the XRP ledger. So that's how many developers are actually participating, developing on the XRP ledger through some of these different projects, one of them including XRPL Labs run by Vitsvin in the Netherlands. Matt Hamilton also let us in on something developer related on the XRP ledger. This courtesy of Michael Branch here. Ex-Ripple director says XRP ledger smart contracts are actually in development as well. So Ripple's former director of development relations, Matt Hamilton, has revealed some details about upcoming innovations to the XRP ledger. In particular, Hamilton said that the blockchain will soon feature smart contracts, which are currently in development. So he was responding to Brainsy down here on Twitter. Sir, the XRPL does not have smart contracts. And Matt Hamilton did respond, well, most functionality needed, fungible tokens, NFTs, escrows, multi-sig, and decentralized exchanges are all built in. But yes, smart contracts are in development. So not fully developed yet, but they are in fact in development. So a little more insight here on what the XRP ledger will be providing in the future. Got to get that price up to buy our luxury Dubai home, right? Moving to Europe real quickly here, the ECB guys just announced this. The ECB would put private banks in charge of users' digital euro wallets. So no self-custody for you? Maybe more reason to stay off a central bank digital currency and hold cryptocurrencies that you can in fact self-custody on a Ledger Nano or something similar. Well, here's what Christine Lagarde said. Okay, here's a statement from the ECB, the European Central Bank. Europe is gearing up to release its own digital euro. However, the CBDC is unlikely to get much attention in the crypto space. As it turns out, there is no place for self-custody in the ECB's vision. So on Wednesday, they just released a report on its investigation of the digital euro. The proposed digital currency would be the central bank digital currency of the Eurozone. The ECB explained its vision of how the digital euro would work. The euro system, which is comprised of ECB and central bankers and member states, would be in charge of the issuance and the settlement of the digital euro. But it is interesting that they would, in fact, allow private banks to custody these for clients. And they mention it here, private banks will definitely play a role. Distributing these digital euros to users would be in the hands of private entities. Intermediaries such as credit institutions and payment service providers would handle all user-facing transactions. As such, they would have a similar role to banks in the current system. Intermediaries would be in charge of opening digital euro accounts or wallets and associated payment operations. So that is what the European Central Bank is, that's at least what they're projecting. That's how they envisage how this CBDC rollout is going to go. And I mean, it's no secret, these guys have been very negative on privacy coins, especially privacy coins, but even coins like Bitcoin that you can in fact trace. They do not want people to have the power, and self-custody is part of that. If you could self-custody your CBDC, well, that in fact removes power from government. So we've got to do everything we can in order to keep our wealth under our own control. And guys, this is why I keep mentioning the Ledger Nano every now and then. I do have an affiliate link in the description of the video if you guys want to use my affiliate link to purchase one of these. This is a self-custody crypto storage solution where you can keep your cryptocurrency safe, and so long as you have your 12 to 24 seed passphrase, that means it's yours. Nobody else has access to your cryptocurrency on a Ledger Nano product. So again, I do have an affiliate link. You can use it if you want. There are other solutions available, but I keep saying it, this is the way they're going. We got to protect ourselves and our cryptocurrency investments. So on the flip side to this is kind of positive news for Americans. Warren Davidson has touted the self-custody of cryptocurrencies as the antidote to crypto exchange FTX's fraud. So he's actually pushing for a bill called the Keep Your Coins Act, which aims to protect self-custody from misguided attempts to restrict it. So we've got some politicians working hard for us. U.S. Congressman Warren Davidson has touted the self-custody of cryptocurrencies as the antidote to crypto exchange FTX's fraud. He says self-custody is the antidote to FTX's fraud, and my Keep Your Coins Act would protect self-custody from misguided attempts to restrict it, because governments are going to want to say, well, we can't really have you holding your coins. That's just unsafe. Here's a quote here. Anyone attacking self-custody is telling you they oppose individual freedom. Responding to a question on Twitter about why new laws are needed if people can already self-custody today, the congressman replied, current and previous Treasury secretaries have discussed banning what they call self-hosted wallets or self-custody. Senator Elizabeth Warren and numerous other members of Congress have proposed bans. We need to positively protect it to defend freedom, like the Bill of Rights. So, if you don't think it could happen in the United States, it certainly can. And I don't know how they would ban self-custody. You can always take your ledger and, maybe sign up for an account offshore and withdraw your crypto somewhere where there is favorable cryptocurrency regulation, convert it to what you need and go from there. But the United States also looking to make it difficult for self-custody. So we got to combat this, guys. They're already talking about this in the Eurozone. And if I'm not mistaken, just down here, oh no, this is just talking about more CBDC pilots, including China and Canada, but no other talk about self-custody other than in Europe and in the United States presently. Luckily, Americans don't have to worry about this, at least not yet. This from XRP Crypto Wolf here. Digital dollar is a long way away from reality, U.S. Treasury officials say. So even though this is on the table, it's not there yet. Regulators need to examine whether a central bank digital currency would actually improve the speed or cost of real-time interbank payments, which the Federal Reserve is aiming to introduce in 2023. So despite what they're saying here, they're looking to usher this in next year, which is only, a week away now? Week and a half away? This coming from Nellie Liang, Undersecretary for Domestic Finance at the Treasury, asked whether a digital dollar would help defend the primacy of the dollar in international commerce or as a reserve currency. She was even clearer. My view is our global leadership doesn't come from our technology. She said in an interview with Bloomberg News' Washington office on Monday. It comes from our governance system, the rules that govern our financial markets, our rule of law, and the safety and soundness of our institutions. No current need. If after 5 or more years many countries have introduced a central bank digital currency, she added, that might become a factor in pushing the U.S. to adopt one. But she emphasized the U.S. government's study of a potential CBDC was mainly to be prepared for a need that didn't currently exist. So what it's looking like is that there is no imminent plan for a central bank digital currency in the United States, which that holds off the beasts for a while yet, right? We're still going to have cash, although cash transactions are becoming less and less frequent as the years go on. So that's where we are, guys, with regards to a potential central bank digital currency in the United States. Despite this, Nathan C.J. Rothschild here posted this on Twitter. The impact of distributed ledger technology will be mostly seen in currency-related services. So this was from a report, executives across 297 financial institutions about assessment of future developments. And guys, this report here was done by the SIX Exchange. And for those of you guys who do not know, SIX Fintech Ventures, along with Middlegame Millennium Ventures and Ripple did in fact join as seed funders for this cryptocurrency market maker KeyRock. They announced a $72 million Series B funding round. Ripple did join the Series B at the beginning of the month, along with the SIX exchange. So, here are some of the findings from the SIX exchange with regards to distributed ledger technology. So, to what extent do you see distributed ledger technology-based solutions and services impacting your business in the next 3 years? And here are some of the results. Okay, critically, said 28%. Most people, though, 56% said it was going to be very relevant. So distributed ledger technology going to be very relevant from here, 2022, into the next 3 years. So 23, 24, 25, 56 said very relevant, 14% said somewhat relevant, and only 2% said not relevant at all. So now we're even seeing big banks, right? Big institutions realizing the importance of DLT technology. 50% of the financial institutions in Germany say the impact of DLT will be mostly seen in currency-related services. So enter Ripple and XRP, obviously the king crypto, running on distributed ledger technology that is specifically meant, or originally at least, originally designed for currency-related services. So here's a survey of the framework for the Global Future of Finance study, consensus-wide on behalf of 6 surveyed C-level executives across 297 international financial institutions, covering asset management, wealth management, asset servicing, banking services, retail banking, and investment banking. And this was all happening in the UK, the US, Hong Kong, Singapore, Germany, Spain, and Switzerland. The survey was carried out between the 2nd and 18th of August and was comprised of a total of 20 questions across 4 different topics. Okay, and the 4 different topics were growth, sustainability, technology, and future skills. So, this is how I read this. DLT technology going to be big, going to be relevant, and, some of the key players there, obviously Ripple and Stellar's XLM will likely be another one. So, we've been waiting for a while. When is David Schwartz going to be a guest on the On the Chain podcast with Steven and Jeff? Goop here on Twitter posting this, "Dear David, it would be really cool if you could go on the podcast." So, even Chip responded down here. Here are some of the guests we have had on the podcast. Warren Davidson, Tom Emmer, John Deaton, Jeremy Hogan, Eleanor Turret, Jeremy Kaufman of Library, and then some ex-Ripple employees as well. Craig DeWitt, Matt Hamilton, yet to appear. Still, guys, David Schwartz. Have you considered inviting David Schwartz? Asks the dude here on Twitter. And Chip did respond. We have invited David on the podcast many times. I will DM him right now. Jungle Inc. responding. Joel Katz, do you have time tonight? It will be an amazing show at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And guess what Joel Katz wrote? He did respond here. I'm sorry. I'd love to, but I have to clean my Andirons. Maybe just a polite way to decline the invitation. So, for those of you guys who do not know Andirons, and I gotta thank 1.6 here on Twitter, for those who want to know, what are Andirons? Well, they're those things that hold your fire logs in place in your fireplace. An Andiron or fire dog is a bracket support normally found in pairs on which logs are laid for burning in an open fireplace so that air may circulate under the firewood, allowing better burning and less smoke. They generally consist of a tall vertical element at the front with at least 2 legs. This stops the logs from rolling out in the room and may be highly decorative. It seems a little weird that David Schwartz would mention Andirons, but of course, guys, it's got the XRP community wondering, have his Andirons from his fireplace been missing this whole time because they are being cleaned? Well, Bearableguy123's been famous for the Christmas riddles, and, there's some inclination that David Schwartz could, in fact, be Bearableguy. So, I'm going to admit, this is a bit of a stretch, although it is quite curious that David Schwartz would, this is the most random thing I've heard, I think, from David Schwartz in a long, long time, and that he would mention his Andirons, considering, and hopefully, I've got my fingers crossed, hopefully we do get a Christmas riddle from Bearableguy this year. Notice here, no Andirons in sight, and even from last year's Christmas riddle, also no Andirons here in sight. So are they being cleaned, David? And sorry, I am getting the pronunciation wrong. They are actually called andirons. I've never used that term before personally, I got to admit. But David Schwartz is in fact stating he is cleaning them, even as a joke. I got to point it out. No andirons in either of the Bearableguy Christmas riddles. Maybe they'll pop up this December 25th. Who knows? Just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.